Hello, hello, hello again, and welcome back again. Welcome back to. Oh, and I've got Ken. Give me a second, Ken, to get an headphone on. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, you sound like you're doing pretty well over on Andrew's stream. Great job over there, as always.
Oh, thank you.
Nice work on the producer side. So nice of you to join me. Andrew is here, and he says, I don't think I did the redirect correctly. That's okay, Andrew. Don't worry about that. Appreciate the effort. He says, I think I forgot to save changes when I said. That's okay. If people are interested, they'll come by. I didn't really announce that far ahead of time, right? I wasn't really planning on it, but I was kind of getting on a roll with this thing, so I figured why not take a little break, have something to eat, get cleaned up,
Yeah.
and rest, and so I did some windows here during Andrew's stream.
Sir Fix-a-Lots here. He said it didn't
Hey,
redirect, but easy enough to find.
oh, right on. So I just got to go in with my blade and clean those up a bit. I made a nice big one on the front here.
Those windows are looking tight.
In. They are tight. They are tight too. They're very small. Let's see if we can get a look here. There we go. I put a little hole right there. I'm going to put a fiber optic on the nose there. And there was like two rectangles at the back, so I cut those out. I'm going to put lights there, and then this is like a little, sort of like a tower, and it had two little divots in there, so I figured I might as well drill those through, and then I can place one of those little lights right there, and it'll glow these little squares, and it'll light those little holes.
Nice.
So I did that, and I'm about to start making some holes on the side here.
Andrew's asking, is this from the Adversaries and Allies kit?
Yes, it is. So this is the Keldon class, right? Let me just bring up the photo of what it's supposed to look like here for a second. Got that somewhere. Oh, downloads. Do I not have that? Oh no. Screenshots. I'm looking in the wrong folder. Too many things on my. There we go. So this one. So that big piece that's attached to it's basically the same as the Galler class, but it has those added tail fins there protruding out the sides, and it has that big pod thing on the top, on the back, which became I was looking at that and I was like, that almost looks like Federation style, that would make it kind of a cool saucer. So what I did, Andrew, this is everything here is made from the pieces of that kit, including my nacelles here, which on the first stream I got some lights installed into them. So this is all made from this kit, and I cut up the wing side pieces that stick out. I cut those up, and I used them for my nacelles here. And I cut the bottom of the hull, or I cut the front of the hull part off. Right, this whole big piece that goes right here. That would have been like that. I removed that. so that I can have my secondary hull. So what I got to do is make my deflector here and some windows. There's room right here on the side for a few windows. So I think I'm going to do that. Or should I wire the other nacelle? I already did that, so everybody saw me do that already tonight.
Sir Fix-A-Lot says, some tiny holes made only with a steady hand. I just don't have anymore.
Well, I'm getting to my limit, so I'm going to take advantage of it while I can. Let me know if this is too loud. It shouldn't be too bad.
No, right now it's okay. All right. How did Mary make out on her book nook?
Mary, whoops. Hope that wasn't loud. My microphone fell off.
Nope, we're all good.
All right. Am I good?
Yep.
Okay. So, Mary got some stuff done on her book nooks, but it turns out all the printed stuff for the floor and all that, you know how that's usually a sticker? It's just a picture. So you have to either glue them on, you have to cut everything out, and you have to either glue them on or make your own stickers. Like I gave her some 2-sided tape that I had to do the floor, but I didn't have enough of it for her to do the whole thing. So I'll have to get some more of that. And, maybe she can use a glue stick or whatever. But yeah, like all the ones we've had so far, they have been stickers. But this one, you gotta cut them out. So what I'm doing here, my trick to using these tiny bits without breaking them is I don't drill all the way through the plastic to make the hole. I just drill slightly through. And I have this on quite a deep angle going this way. And then I use it kind of like a tiny end mill. And then I just connect the two partial holes together. And then once I do that, I got like a little track that I can stay inside. And mostly I get a nice straight, clean window. Sometimes I get a little curvy in there, but it's usually pretty good. So again, I'm just drilling partially into there, not all the way.
Andrew says it reminds him of the Tellurian warship from The Next Generation.
Oh, I'll have to take a look and see what that one is. Don't quite remember. Maybe if I ever get so bored that I got nothing else to watch, I'll watch The Next Generation again. It was my favorite show. It's the one that got me into Star Trek in the first place.
Sir Fix-A-Lot says, that Dremel you are using has been the best one I've ever got.
Oh, you got the micro too? I like it because when you put it on the lowest setting, it's very gentle. Like I can grab this and stop it with my finger so it doesn't go fast enough to heat the plastic up and melt it at all. So it does, it'll collect on there, but you just do this. It's not stuck on there. It's loose. It doesn't heat up enough to melt anything. Okay, so I'll do 2 more down the side here. So just partial holes and then back and forth. Like a tiny end mill until you make it through. I actually broke one of these bits the other day, Ken. I was so disappointed in myself.
Well, don't be, because you're doing a lot better than most of us who break them all the time.
Oh no, I wasn't using it at the time. I was putting this down and I hit the bit against the the handle of the Sonic Saber and it just snapped off. So it wasn't even from drilling. That's what was so disappointing about it.
So my question for you is going to be: are you going to paint this Cardassian ship colors or Federation ship colors?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think the story is? You think the Cardassians made a Federation-shaped ship, or you think the Federation made a ship out of discarded Cardassian components?
I don't know.
Depends
My
on the
my feeling
narrative,
would
I
be it should
guess.
probably be Cardassian ship colors would be my
Yeah,
vote.
it would be them making it, right? Federation would never make this.
No.
They might make it to try to fool some other planet into thinking, "Oh yeah, the Federation's here. We're here to help you."
We're just testing ship designs. Well, the
Yeah, yeah,
Federation seems to like this design, so let's see how, we'll have this one experimental ship and we'll see how it performs and see if what benefits we can get off out of that.
yeah. I don't know. I never thought about the colors yet.
But I think it would look just as interesting if it was painted like the Federation. With Federation colors, you could either go with the original series kind of, or like the movie era, where you kind of got
I'm
more of the
thinking.
white ships.
I'm thinking it would be like a movie era. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of square, sharp angles on it.
Right.
There's a lot of square parts. Most of the modern stuff is pretty smooth and rounded and
Yeah.
contoured, right? Got these really large, thick pylons.
Yeah. And then if you were to go with the next generation era, you'd be using more like a gray. Sir Fixalot says it does have a Federation look to it.
Yeah, well, that's the idea, right? It's a Federation ship made out of all these parts. So
Well, there we go. Andrew's got a good
I
one.
actually had the.
He said the Bajorans cobbled something together from spare ship parts.
There you go. That's a good. That's a nice narrative. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that. So there, I
Sir
got this
Fixalot
one
said,
wired
I
up.
would like to watch your episode, Ken.
Which episode? All of Ken's videos are informative and interesting. Oh, and I did a little bit of this during the break too, while Andrew was speaking. So I got the other side fleshed out. I'm starting to add details on the left there. Just having a sip of my coffee there. All right. I think that, well, maybe we got room for one more on this side. And we'll do a couple straight round ones. Some portals. I'll do one more oblong one right here.
I'd still like to see my idea for a movie where it's a science fiction movie, where it's, where, there's no, like say it's on a space station that's deserted or something and things start going wrong. It's almost like a suspenseful horror type thing, trying to figure out what went wrong.
And then the twist at the end is?
The twist at the end is after calling for help for the last couple survivors, like you've never seen anything like hinting at this before, but a Federation ship arrives as the rescue ship. And before that, nothing was ever mentioned that this was in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah.
These aren't
right
Star,
at the end, it's like,
Starfleet
oh, it's a Star
people.
Trek
These
movie.
are just civilians or, a company or something like that.
Yeah, because everywhere in the galaxy is not going to have Starfleet people everywhere. There's stuff happening
you always hear that
around.
excuse, right? We don't have any other ships in the quadrant.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love that idea. That would be cool. I had an idea too, but they probably would never do it because the origins of the Borg are mysterious, but let's say, you start out and it's like 12,000 years ago or whatever, and there's some not humans, but some other advanced alien race, and they're exploring some planet. They come across this puddle of like liquefied metal, like gallium or mercury or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking at it and scanning it and everything. And then they drop their scanning device in there, and the scanning device immediately gets assimilated by whatever liquid's in there. And then the scientist goes to reach for the scanning device to pick it out of there, and the metal starts creeping up their hand, and gets into compromises their spacesuit. And then the next thing you know, you have the beginnings of the technologically enhanced, right? So they never came from a humanoid species in the first place. They came from a puddle of sentient metal. Or, say the nanoprobes are the sentients, right?
Yep. And see, for my idea, it would be like they wouldn't have recognizable phasers or any technology like that, because that's all Federation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's military equipment.
You'd have no clue until the twist when they show up.
Yeah, so like, if they do get phaser, or if they don't even mention that they're phaser weapons, if they're just laser looking weapons from what you're seeing, they wouldn't have the comm badges. They'd just use something else for communication.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe something on their wrist like a watch, or
yeah, it could be anything.
A different style of tricorder without calling it a tricorder. Yeah,
that's right. Because there's so many other things that copy Star Trek, right?
Yep.
You just think it's, it's a whatever, it's a tricorder. Say they don't have transporters either.
Yeah, just don't mention it. Although some other sci-fis do use a form of teleportation.
Yeah, that's true. But I think if I remember, because I watched Star Trek Prodigy a few months ago, and I think the part where they were at that asteroid or whatever, where they were imprisoned, I think when they saw them getting transported there was a couple guys who were like, what's going on? It's like they never saw transporters before. So, it's not everywhere.
Yeah. Sir Fixlot says, well, with AI advancing as it is, you could start creating your ideas in clips. No, so true.
No way.
So true. If I had an inkling of how to do that.
I'm not going to leave it up to AI for anything.
Looks like Jim's waving hello again to chat. That's sick, Jim.
Yeah. That was awesome. He was here on the first round. When I streamed earlier, Jim was watching.
Yep. But I think the issue is with either your idea or my ideas, like you'd have to do it as a fan film, really, because you can't that can't be a Hollywood movie without letting on that it's
how are they going to sell it? Yeah, they'll never be able to sell it. What are they going to call it? Star Trek Unknown or whatever.
Yeah. Sir Fixlot says Prodigy was interesting.
It was. I thought it was pretty good. I liked the story. I liked most of the characters. I thought it was good.
Was that the animated one?
Yeah.
With
hologram Janeway.
Yeah, Janeway.
And then real Janeway. And then there was a storyline at the end there with Chakotay. He was missing for years and years, and they went and rescued him. I thought it was good. I liked it.
Oh, I saw a movie not too long ago with the actor who played Chakotay in it. Before Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah.
Just like I had seen one not too long ago with the actor who played Harry Kim.
Okay, cool.
He was on an island with a whole bunch of other teens, during like a
Oh.
spring break thing.
Uh-huh.
So
Spring Island.
he's one of the
If I can
island
get a couple.
employees.
I wonder if I can get a couple in this little bottom part right here.
And unfortunately, he didn't make it to the end of the movie.
He wasn't promoted.
Nope.
Poor guy. Forever Ensign King. So my mom really liked. She really liked Voyager. She enjoyed that show. She liked all of them from that era, right?
Yeah.
She was pretty excited when she heard about the new Star Trek when the Next Generation was coming out. That's what got me into it. I had seen, I knew what it was before.
Yep.
I never watched any of the original series episodes because they didn't, where I lived, they didn't like rerun those on TV or whatever, right? We didn't have cable until I was like 17 or 18 where I lived. So I didn't get to, and I had no way to watch those. And so I started watching Next Generation with my parents, but my mom wasn't a fan. My dad was like, whatever, freaking Cleons. But my mom and I loved it. And I watched every single episode until the last episode that aired, All Good Things. And that's the last time I watched an episode of it.
The name of this movie was Demon Island.
Demon Island.
Yep.
The one with Garrett Wang?
Yeah.
Garrett Wang.
And who else did I have in it?
Garrett Huang.
Jamie Presley.
Jamie.
The guy who played Xander on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. Let's see here. Sir Fix-a-Lot says Prodigy was interesting. He says, Jody, getting those windows, there is nothing short of impressive.
Well, thank you, Sir Fix-a-Lot.
That could almost be like photon torpedo launchers there.
There's this is covered over, but I think if I get the light right in there, it'll light that up quite nicely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can just plop it right, like the little divot is still visible, so I can just plop it right in there. Those are gonna try to move it away. There. So those will light up nicely.
Oh yeah.
Then there's this bit right here. Maybe I'll just leave that not painted and get like a Raytheon out of that, because that's kind of cool. I like that. I could even thin it down a little bit too. Get it a little bit more light friendly. I'll just use my front leveling beam right here.
There you go.
Because it's nice and flat. And I can just run it back and forth. Have you used yours yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now that this week's over, and now that this week's kind of over now, and my dad's gone and everything like that, I got to start getting back to my bench now.
Well, that's good.
I mean, I was there on Woody Wednesday at least, so.
Yeah. That was fun.
It was. I got to start working on my the Viking longship that I got from Howard.
Yeah, that's a really cool model. Oh yeah. So I just kind of made it just a little thinner.
Too bad you don't have the UV resin. Because
Yeah.
then you could have that almost like a planetary sensor dome.
Oh, like I could fill it with the resin.
Yeah, make it and then have it dome
Mm-hmm.
and have it like a planetary sensor dome.
Yeah. I could do
But
it.
you don't really see them on next
Materials.
generation ships.
Not really. But I'm thinking this would be a motion picture era one.
Right.
See, my idea was that this part right here was the dome, right? This is a piece that would have been on the top. Actually, you can see the spot right there where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
this is the other half of it. This part would have been right here. This little tiny.
It's either that or that'd be cool to drill windows from the inside out to that recessed area there and have people looking.
Oh, like on the Cerritos.
Yeah.
It's very, very thin though. Plus, I just thinned it out more. I just sanded it thinner.
You'd have to reglue some styrene on top.
I don't know. It's pretty small. That would be cool. On a larger scale model, I might try that. But this one, I think I'm just gonna keep it as a light coming through. So yeah, the deal is that this is like this planetary sensor, right?
Yep.
Maybe I can. What's in there? Melted plastic from cutting it? Yeah. Oh, from when I drilled it. From drilling these out. So I pushed a bunch of. Well, it's not melted, but.
Yeah, the little strings of it or whatever.
You know what? Actually, I think it's glue from when I put this on.
Oh, okay.
Because this had like a couple of little detail things here, but it was basically flat. So I just kind of traced it and then carved it out so that this would sit in there. I just used my blade like this, my X-Acto blade, and just carved it down like I would, to inset it into there. So I'm not going to do this right now, but I got to go around every single window with my real pointy one here and clean out all the little shavings to clean the windows out. But we're not going to do that right now. So I got some around here. I don't think there's really anywhere else I don't know, maybe like right there. There's a couple big flat spots right here. That would be a good place for photon torpedo launchers, wouldn't it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would. And
kind of like an Excelsior has.
Yeah. Only on the Excelsior, they are inset. But I won't be able to, I would have been able to do that if I did it before I put this together, but I can't do it from the inside. So I'm going to make some little bumps. Just get the thin stuff right here. This thin plastic.
Yeah, it's just a leather punch.
Yeah, it's a leather punch. Let's see, we'll go with the smallest hole, which is, I got my little punchers out of order here. So we're going to go with this one. And I'm going to get 2 of those. That might be too big. this one. But I gotta clear this out because there's a piece inside there. Actually, I can probably just use that piece. That's the thing. That's hard to. Go. See if you're not careful and you cut a bunch of pieces at the same time. They get stuck together, so I'm just going to make fresh ones. And I'll remove it right away. Bugger. All right, watch me stab my hand. Or lose this when it pops out. Why is it stuck so bad? I wonder if it has something to do with the plastic on here. I wonder if the little plastic is like caught in there binding it.
Can it be pushed out through the back?
Yeah, it can be pushed out either way, but it's not usually that hard to pop out. I think the fact that it has this film on it, I think that film is like in there binding it. So I'm going to remove that for the next pop. I'm going to turn this around so it's flat and not so pokey, just in case.
Better safe than sorry.
That's right. I'll get my little petit marteau from the book nooks. Oh, that's in there really, what the heck? Just give me a second. I think we're going to need a bigger hammer. Yeah, this is not. That's not doing it.
Huh. I don't know if a little heat treatment might do something for it.
Nope. I'll change up my strategy.
Drill a hole in through it and then pull it
out. I'll go with the next size up. Because I've cut that out there. Or I've cut away the blue film. That time I didn't cut all the way through. That might be a good thing. Okay, so there's one. Shouldn't have tried to push it through the front. Pretty much got to undo this. Oh. And push it out from the back every time. So there. So get my little glass trough here that I use to apply glue. I just put a couple drops of glue in there.
To me, extra thin would work good on that too.
Yeah?
Yep, it would just weld it right into place.
Yeah, but then I have to hold this into place
for a second or two.
Applying the glue, right? Yeah, but I have to do it before applying the glue, wouldn't I?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
you just throw a little glue on there and then put it in place.
Oh, okay. I thought it had to be sort of already kind of on there.
No, that's just one way to do it.
Every time I've tried applying glue and then applying the thing, I've had non-stick problems.
Yeah, you shouldn't have that problem with too many extra thing because it's melting the plastic. Like it softens
Well,
it.
that's what I mean. Like, I've tried using it like that, brushing it on and then trying to stick a piece on. It hasn't worked for me.
Interesting. I know you have to work pretty quick because it evaporates quick.
Maybe that's my problem. Okay, so there. So what I wanted to do is make 2 tiny circles, one smaller, and then make a bowl, but it's too small to do that, so I'll just do the one. And then I don't have to worry about trying to put a light directly behind it. It'll catch whatever light's going to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It doesn't need to be bright. It looks like some kind of weird fish.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of crazy shark or a whale.
It does.
I am the angry whale of the northern sea. My word. Okay, so where's this thing right here? I want to check my fit again of this because I did file some of that away, and I want to kind of have a little gap around this to go in there. So I might have to put a little post or something on this part so that I can stick it to the ceiling inside there. You know what I mean? I want this to look like it's kind of in there, not attached to anything else.
Right.
With light all the way around it.
Yeah, like it's connected to something behind it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get rid of this. Maybe I'll get rid of some of this outer edge.
Well, I wouldn't get rid of too much. Just
no, just a little. Yeah, just gonna thin it out just a little bit with my thing here. Plus, it's got kind of like a weird step in it because it's like molded seam. There's a seam over it.
Yeah.
So it makes it kind of ugly. Well, something this small, when you're looking at it super close up, everything like that shows. So I'm probably taking like not even a 0.5 millimeter off of this. I'm going to leave a bit of an edge there. That looks even enough. Almost time for me to get a new piece of sandpaper for this. Been using it for like 2 years for stuff like this now.
Where do you get new sandpaper for it?
You can order it from Amazon.
Okay.
It won't be expensive. See, this stuff is made for filing brass and stainless steel and stuff, right? Or nickel, like things that frets are made out of. I ironically never used it on any frets since I had it because I didn't have any fret jobs to do. I used this old one, my homemade one, on frets.
Okay.
Before I got that one. And it's basically the same thing, just made out of wood instead of machined aluminum or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's a block of machined aluminum, so it's perfectly 90 degrees. It has one side that has no paper, and then the other sides do. This side has a nice one. This one's good for just freshening up your X-Acto blades.
Okay.
I'll put a little drop of 3-in-1 oil on there. and I'll just rub my blade on there a couple times. When you got to cut tape or masking vinyl or something like that, it's nice to have your blade nice and fresh and sharp. I don't have like a package of extra blades. I have a couple new blades kicking around, but I try to reuse them and make them last as long as I can.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
See, my local hobby store keeps sending them.
I think I've mentioned it before. I've been using this one here for like 20 years.
Yep.
So like that picture that I made for you, that's what this is for. So it has this special curvature, right? From sharpening it, it starts out as one of those straight 45-degree angle ones. But from being sharpened over the years, it's developed this curvature to it, which makes it perfect for when you're navigating cuts on the vinyl on the glass. It turns and it'll go with the curves, right? Like when I turn it and lean it a certain way, it just kind of, it wants to turn. You don't have to force the turn. You can almost make a perfect circle by hand. So yeah, I've been just sharpening this blade for like over 20 years. Same one. All right, let's put that punchy thing away. I've gotten this reduced a little bit. Let's get my light there. See if I can see how it's going to look with a bit of light to it. So if I have that sort of in there, inset, I like that. And then I think I can, I don't know, what will I do about that? I think I can, if I try to fill that with like glue or something, that's going to turn out messy and I won't have this nice edge on this piece right here anymore.
Right.
I wonder if I could just like maybe leave it empty, put a piece of diffusing stuff back there.
You could.
I got this stuff. Where is it? Howard sent me these big sheets of this foam stuff. So it's like really thin styrofoam.
Okay.
And look what it does. So if I could get some lights in there and then get a piece of this in there, because I could like hook it with my blade, get it in there, and then pull it out with some glue. That wouldn't be a problem getting this into there, glued from behind. I think I could do that. The tough part is going to be, well, I don't know, it might not be that tough. I got a hole to run wires to the saucer part. So I need a light in there that's pointing outwards.
It almost looks like it would be like a shuttle bay.
It kind of looks like it could be, eh?
Yeah. Or where a whole bunch of fighters come out of.
Yeah. I was thinking that would be in the traditional area right there. I cut it out and I added a little bit to the end here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see my seam. I added a bit on the tip to lengthen it out and kind of scoop it up a little bit like that.
Yeah.
So I'll put like the little door, right, or whatever.
But I think you still need a dish down there where
you're
putting it
for sure. That's really the only, like, I could maybe put something there, but it's got like a nice detail there already.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Right there's where it's going to be. So let me get, these are the 3 volts. A 3-volt LEDs. Let me see. 2.9. I like to put it at like 2.8 or 2.9 just to be under. Just so I don't risk blowing it up, right? Okay, there we go. So let's say that that's in there, but like right here. So I wonder, just for testing purposes, bend this up, bend this one down. Don't really have a clear path all the way. So we'll do like this. Shove that like that. And
But do you want to put
I
that
need wires.
deflector dish in yet? With you having
No,
to
I'm
run
just
wires down the cells yet?
no. I just want to put this light in here for now, and light it up and see how this light's gonna look. So I'm gonna cut a piece of this. I'm just gonna like temporarily put some stuff in place. I'm not gonna glue or affix anything. I just want to see, like, test it and see if I can even do this.
Just a proof of concept.
Yeah. Like Andrew's registry painting. I think he'll be able to pull that off pretty easily. He knows what he's doing when it comes to painting. A couple of practice runs on, some plastic pieces. Okay, I didn't quite make that large enough. Dang it. All right, so give it a little bit bigger than that. Press that. Now I can see the shape. I'll just go a little bit bigger than the shape. That. See if it fits in there even. So I have to fold it. All right, so that bit's way too big. Come on, snippy. Snippy. See, so I'd have to get this in here with some glue sort of on it or around it somehow, or maybe shove it in from this side with a long stick. Something like that, then I can push it up against the front. And then I could even make a slot in that for this because it has this bit protruding out the back.
Right.
I could even have that be the point that mounts this. Okay. So I think if I put this where I had it, if you can see inside, there's like the locator pin.
Yep.
It's kind of like right in the middle, right here. And what I did was I shoved this in so it was sort of wedged on it. And I think it'll be far enough away for that to look okay. And plus, it's right where the windows are. So I think this one little light in it will be perfectly enough, I think. What I want to do is bend this out a little. Just sort of reshape that so I can go around the locator and not get spread open too much. And that way, go. So it's right where I want it. I can almost get it in there with this, but I'm going to need to put some wires on it. Omnifixo! I'll need to turn on the soldering iron. Hey, I remembered to turn it off when I was done this time. Proud of myself.
Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
I'll try. All right, so I'm going to keep that as long as I can. Where's my wire going to come into this model? I guess right there. So I'm going to have to get these ones down the pylon. I'm trying to figure stuff out right now, so let me see. I'll have to get these ones down the pylon and then out the front. And then down the pylon and out the front. It's going to reach that far. Oh, it's going to be tight. By which I mean not very tight because it's not long enough. Well, let me see if that's right in there. Like that. I can crack this off and just reattach it later. I did use Tamiya super thin on that though. It worked really well.
So if you use Tamiya extra thin, all you need to do then, if you want to snap it off, is just put some more Tamiya extra thin in there.
And it softens it, and you can remove it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Before I have to do that, I'm going to make an attempt at getting them through there. So it would help if I didn't have a bunch of different lengths here, but I don't want to cut it off shorter. Luckily, none of this is soldered together. I just sort of twisted them. So I should be able to undo it. Stuck very well.
Is Mary getting a cold?
little bit. There's colds going around, and when it gets damp and mild, Mare gets very susceptible to the damp air. It's heavy, right? The air around here is heavy right now.
It just had like a little tickle too. I thought.
A little tickle.
I had a tickle.
There. All right, so I should be able to kind of. Hopefully, I'm not breaking them off inside where I've soldered them ever so delicately. So I'll try and twist it by holding it here. Okay, that's pretty pointy. Let's see if we can get it down through here. Oh, we're in. And we're through. We did it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, I wonder if I should attach this. Glue it on.
You could just tack it.
With Tamiya Super Thin?
Yeah, you could.
Or extra thin?
Yep.
Extra thin. I don't know how. I'm always calling it super thin. Because with these being out the front, I have enough here to play with. I can add some wire if necessary. So I want to try. The cool thing about this is when I put it on, I have a second or two to like sort of move it around and make sure that it's straight and square. That didn't stay there. So I'm going to press it for a couple seconds and hold it in place. That's awful. There we go. This isn't working for me.
Yeah, I think when it was biting there and you went to move it again. So just put another little drop there and then just hold it in place. Yeah, once it starts to bite, you kind of want to leave it as is.
It's just hard to determine the angle that you got this on.
Yeah.
Trying to look at it from the back end there. And trying to see the pylons, but those are like in between my fingers, so I can't really see it. Let me see. Flat. Okay, so
You'd almost be better to let it solidify, even if it's a little off, and then come in later, put a little bit more glue in there, and then re-aim it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that over here.
And chat is being quiet tonight.
Yeah.
Chat, are you giving us thumbs up? I hope so.
They're on the edges of their seats, they are. Oh, what's your problem there, buddy? I'm scared, you little bird. I'm sorry. All right. Okay, so we got some wire here. Where's my stick?
Sir Fix-a-Lot's still here. He says looking good.
Stick. There it is. Thanks. Thanks for sticking around. Okay, there, so I probably don't need this much. Just make sure I keep that as the longer one, so that I know. Slightly longer. Where's me file? I'm just gonna rub this a bit with the file. I was finding that I was having a hard time getting it to stick.
Sir Fix-a-Lot said, sorry, I stepped out to order food. Gotta eat, you know.
Hey man, no need to apologize for anything. You do gotta eat. I want it to kind of just sit right on top where I rubbed it with the file. Turn that off a bit. Grinding my tip. Oh, owie! It popped up and splashed on my hand a little bit. You know, sometimes when you touch the solder on there, it goes pss. Get a little spark on me.
I've done that before.
Oh, spark on my hand. Okay, so we got.
Don't forget shrink tube.
No, I won't. Got a blue one. I actually found a.
And what color light is this?
Smaller. This is just white.
Okay. So you don't need a resistor then.
No, and apparently the blue ones don't either because they're 3 volts. I should have made it blue. Why am I making it white? How come I'm not making it blue? Well, I can color this blue.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done before, having all these different colored lights anyways. So I'll just do it the olden school way. I'm kicking it olden school. I like the result of giving this a little buff right here. It seemed to solder real easy. Probably not.
Shark is here.
Going to do this every time. Hey, Ricardo.
He says, hello, Jody, and hi to everyone else here on chat.
How's life in the Yucatan today? Is it nice and warm? Sunny?
Well,
tropical?
It's nighttime, so probably not sunny.
Well, yeah, I guess it would be nighttime, right? It would be nighttime still, yes. Still in our hemisphere.
Sir Fix-a-Lot says, I do really need a magnetic assistance board.
Well, I didn't think I needed this one until it was given to me. And Because I'm just learning this stuff anyways, right? I didn't think I needed one because I didn't really have the skills and I wouldn't really be doing this anyways. But it sure makes it easier to want to do this because of the ease that this provides. Right? I was like, the other thing's fine. Well, you put it in there and it holds the thing in place. What's the difference? But just the ease of use of this thing compared to one of those little army things you got to
little helping hands.
And like it does work, but come on.
Not as well as
another one. I have another one that's sort of the same idea as this. It has these magnetic things, but it's for bigger stuff, right? This is like really long,
right?
All these clips, and this is like a real big magnet that sticks on there. But this is really big. And you got to bend these around. Like it works really great, but you're a foot up off your bench with this. It's right in your face.
Oh, so Ricardo is in the same time zone as me. He says now it's 11 p.m. and today was not that sunny.
For Ricardo?
Yes.
Oh, that's a bummer. All right.
Yeah, but his temperatures would have been much nicer.
You shat on me. Get out of here. 1 second, I just gotta clean that up.
You got something? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta
paper towel.
I gotta wipe here. Frickin' get out of here, bird. Go to bed. He shat on me. Not a big deal. Wipe it off. Get a wet wipe.
Is he trying to tell you something?
No. He's just well fed. Yeah, these little pieces work a lot better.
Ricardo says, whenever you get tired of the cold, you can come down here and melt with the rest of us.
Yeah, I'd love to, but
us Canadians would be welcome, would we?
Easier said than done.
To unbury ourselves from our snow up here in Canada and come on down to Mexico. And this would be the time of year to do it, though.
Well, I don't know. I'm afraid if I ever went to a nice, warm, tropical paradise place like that, you'd never get me home. I wouldn't come back. No, just, why? Why go home? Why go back to Canada? Pointless. No reason.
Oh, thanks.
You'd be with me, Mary. I wouldn't go without you.
Yeah, Ricardo says a lot of Canadians come down here and stay at the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Not the beach for me. I'm a redhead. I sunburn really quick. I'd have to sit back a little ways and make sure I'm sitting in a nice shady area.
Yeah. I'm not concerned with being at the beach either. I'm just tired of snow. Snow. 50 years of snow.
Yeah.
Every year, same thing. Snow.
You gotta deal with tsunamis and tropical storms and hurricanes. And I'll take the snow.
I'll take my chance with the hurricanes.
At least it's something different, right?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, like Mary says, there's the pros of living here and there's the cons. Yeah, there's snow every winter and it gets cold, but we don't have tsunamis and volcanoes and hurricanes.
Where you are, you get little earthquakes because of the mine.
Well, the mine helps promote the earthquakes, but there's actually a huge fault line running right through here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see where I am, there's no fault lines.
Creighton fault line, and then goes to the Murray fault line.
And that's why it's so rich in minerals, right?
And then it spreads to the Niagara.
That's why it's mined so much. Yeah, it's connected to the Niagara escarpment. Then it goes down there. It's called the Murray fault line. And I believe right here it's called the Creighton fault line. And then like when you go in the city here in Sudbury, we have this thing called Science North. It's this big science expo center that they built in the 80s, and it's shaped like a snowflake. And when you enter it from the front entrance, you go through this tunnel, this rock tunnel, and it goes right through the fault line, and you can see the different layers of rock, and you can see the cracks and that, and it's constantly changing on a yearly basis. Like they always have to maintain it and reinforce the structure around it. And then you go into Science North, and it's like, I don't know, what is it, like 5 floors, 5-6 levels?
It's 5.
And there's all these science exhibits, and after you've been there a bunch of times, it's pretty boring unless they have something new.
Well, they have an exhibit like each year that travels around from like the ROM and different science centers across Canada and the States and stuff like that.
Can't get this.
Some of them are good, some of them are like repetitive ones.
Ricardo says, I agree with Mary on that one. The hurricanes are horrible, but at least they announce their arrival, so you can prepare for them.
Yeah, you get a lot of prior warning, right? I'm having a hard time because this won't stay straight. Perhaps I need to cheat a little bit.
Yeah, up here in Canada where we are, we don't get many tornadoes either. Not saying you don't get any, but not many.
No, we do get some. There's videos on YouTube there of a news report from here in Lively. What was it, 71 or 76, Mary?
It was 1971.
1971. There was like a major tornado ripped through Lively and destroyed like half the town.
Wow.
Right up my grandmother's street, went around my grandmother's neighbor's house, my grandma's house, and then took out the rest of the top 10.
Yeah. At least we're not like some of those places in the U.S. where it's, multiple, throughout the summer.
Oh!
What happened?
I got it through there.
Yeah. And then you held it up like that and it fell all the way through?
No, when I pulled my stick out, it caught on the, it caught like this.
Oh, jeez.
And it just went like that. So I have to try to do that again. And then be more careful when I extrude my stick. Coil that around again. I almost stuck it through the wrong direction. Okay.
Sir Fix-a-Lot says, I don't miss the snow, but we have tornadoes and the effects of the Gulf of Mexico hurricanes.
Yeah. So Mr. Fix-It must be somewhere in the lower states.
Yeah.
The effects of the hurricanes is not right on the coast. I'm going to say Nevada or New Mexico. No, I wouldn't go that far west.
Yeah, he said southeast U.S. So like
East U.S.
maybe Florida or
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina, Georgia. Oh, there you go. Alabama. Oh, no. Yeah, Alabama.
Alabama.
Sweet
Excellent.
home.
Sweet
Alabama.
home. That's cool.
Yeah. You get all those
Do
coastal
these,
cities. You get like Mobile. Is Mobile? Yeah, Alabama,
yep, Mobile is
Pensacola,
Alabama.
Panama City.
Pensacola is Florida, I believe.
Oh yeah, right.
All right, so now I've got that caught around my other one. Looped over it.
Okay, it says yeah, I live in the center of the state, so not on the coast. So you don't get hit as hard by the hurricanes, but you have the high winds and you can get the damage. Because you often do see on the news, at least that's what I've seen on the news, is you see how it kind of they make landfall and then kind of go inland where they eventually die. But yeah, you're not missing anything on the snow side, that's for sure.
Okay. Finicky.
Oh. Ricardo says he wants to go and visit Canada soon. What part of the country are you wanting to see? See the beautiful country up in British Columbia, the mountains and the giant lakes, or stuff throughout the prairies. I can tell you here, it's not that much to see out here in the prairies where I am. There are things, but I mean, you can see more exciting things in this country. A lot of history and throughout Ontario and Quebec.
Gotta do this again.
East Coast is really nice.
So I couldn't get this placed properly because I should have put it on either side. Like I wanted my leads here going on either side of that locator pin. But when I put my wires in, I put them both on the same side of the pin, so I was having like a little loop effect that was blocking me from pulling it in there tightly.
Okay, Ontario, Quebec, or Vancouver would be nice. Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, I recommend any Vancouver over Ontario or Quebec.
Depends if you want to see the old buildings in Quebec City. They're nice. Do you go to the old part of the city there? Old Quebec City?
Yeah.
Nice stuff to see there. If it's the architecture you want to see. If you want to see the beauty of nature, we have lots of national parks that are great all across the country, but I think some of the most stunning are in BC.
Yeah.
He said, or maybe go and visit you guys.
Well, I would welcome him to visit me.
Yeah.
Not a lot to do in this town unless you want to check out that Science North place I was talking about.
Dynamic Earth.
Dynamic Earth, yeah, that's another part of it. It's like a mine you can go into, and you learn all about mining and the history of mining in Sudbury and the industry, and you can play with some of the mining equipment, and there's mineral samples of every kind of rock and mineral that underground here that can be found. It's actually pretty interesting.
Brings you through all the like decades of how the mining's changed.
Yeah, like you start off and they're showing you the old mining hats with like the oil light or the candle on the top of the hat, right? With hand tools and pickaxes and
how the drilling's changed,
and chisels and hand tools, and how it's changed since then to modern equipment like computerized equipment and all that stuff.
We have the Canadian Mint here in Winnipeg.
That's right. I have a coin from it. Well, I'm sure a lot of coins are from it, but this one's like a commemorative.
I think all the coins are from it.
Yeah. Well, no, because some of them are because it shows two mints. There's one in Ottawa and there's one in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, yeah.
And one side of the coin is the picture of the Winnipeg Mint, and the obverse side is the one in Ottawa.
Okay.
It's like a big bronze. It's like a big bronze medallion. It's pretty cool. There.
See, I thought the Ottawa Mint just did the paper currency or the plastic currency.
That's possible.
Because the mint here in Winnipeg only does coins.
Yeah, the coin can be commemorating both mints, I suppose.
Yeah. No, he says, it sounds great. You're convincing me. And you come here to our country and try poutine.
Yeah. Okay, so how am I going to get that secured in there? I suppose.
Just don't come to where Jody or I are in the winter.
Unless you bring a shovel.
Unless you really want to experience cold weather.
Yeah. It's actually the last couple of days haven't been too bad. We got the mild weather. It was raining all day yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of the snow has melted away, but we still got high snow banks. So like I'm trying to pull out of the parking garage here and I can't see the street.
Yeah, Ricardo, that's kind of a good time. May to anytime May to August is kind of, it's good. But I mean, come after August, you get September, October. If it's early October, you can see like a lot of the leaves changing, that sort of thing. There's a lot of great videos on YouTube of Canada and all our parks and just nature in Canada.
So I got a little bit of glue on the back part of the light there. I'm going to try to get it onto that locator pin. So if I can push that on there enough that the glue gets a little bite. Might be enough to hold it. think it's got some glue touching it already. I'm not sure. Let's push it a bit. There we go. Yeah.
Well, Ricardo says you guys will have to help me plan it. Going in the fall could be awesome, or maybe a little closer to the first snow. Well, depending where you go in the country, could also depend on when the first snow is going to hit.
Ever been ice fishing before, Ricardo?
That'd be more of a that'd be more like a January, February thing.
Yeah.
First snow, you'd be looking at a little closer to first snow. You'd be looking at late October to early November, normally. For the past few years, it's been odd where it's kind of getting later in the year.
The snow starts later. Yeah. Ow.
But I mean, I remember times as a kid going out on Halloween in October there, and
Oh yeah, you
trudging
have
through
to
snow.
wear your snowsuit.
Yep.
I remember
Snowsuit
that
and a plastic mask.
Yeah.
I'm He-Man in a snowsuit.
Yeah. Whoa. That's pretty bright. Hold on a second. Oh, what's going on? It disconnected.
I mean, there are also great festivals in the winter here in Canada. Like in Quebec, they have a great one. I think Ontario, don't you guys have one as well? Kind of around Toronto, though, I think, or Ottawa.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think there's something that happens in Ottawa every year. There. So there's
there you go.
Inside. I turned it down to like 2.5 volts so we can look in there. Let's see it.
Yeah, Sir Fix-a-Lot said pretty bright light there.
There's my side windows.
Yeah, those side windows look amazing.
Yeah, that actually turned out okay.
And Sir Fix-a-Lot's now saying it's much better that you turn down the light. The strength of the light. It'll be different too once you got paint on there and everything's covered up.
That's right.
And it's gonna have lights.
Yeah, it's gonna have some of this stuff in front of it too. And I'll probably paint that blue.
And then you'll have a piece of plastic in front of that.
Yeah. Let me turn it back up a little bit here. Good.
Yeah, the camera really washes it out.
2 point. Yeah, the camera really washes it out. But you see, even with that on, look at the difference that makes.
Yeah.
Should have put a little. I wonder if I can cut a little strip and get it in behind the windows here. Probably could.
I know some people use rice paper.
Yeah. Well, this stuff here is Howard sent me this, but he said he sent it by accident. It was supposed to be sheets of styrene, but it's like this foam stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm real sorry about that. That wasn't supposed to be sent." And I was like, "You know what? This is like excellent stuff. I can use this for all kinds of stuff. Like I used a piece of it to package your picture there that I sent to you.
Yeah.
To package that round stuff just to protect the face of it. You know what I mean? That worked great for that. Yeah, it's good stuff. I was like, don't apologize for that, man. It's really handy stuff. So there we go. 2 back up to 2.7. So yeah, that's looking pretty bright like that. But like I said, that'll be dulled down. And let's just get. So the hard part for me now is that now I have to figure out how to put all these things together. Right. So this now I need to get the ends of these back. I should have wired them to this before I sent it down there. Because this coming out the back does me no good. It's got to come out here or be connected all inside together.
Yeah.
Should have did something about that. Not the same.
Way to go, Jody. What you say? I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back about that, Ken.
Okay, then.
All right, let me get off of that thing. That guy's so funny, man.
Yeah.
I like the ones where he's doing the first guy to do stuff, like the first guy to have a pet cat or
first guy to ever get drunk or...
Yeah. What is that? Oh, it's this new stuff I'm trying. And he's drinking it. And he's like turning green. He's like, oh, what's the matter? He's like, I don't know, but I feel great. But you're puking everywhere. He's like, but I feel great.
First guy ever to open a bar. First person to ever go to jail.
Yeah. Or a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive
I
through.
don't like it. They going to jail guy. I think I'm going to have to put you in a room over this. What? I don't want to be put in a room. I don't know. I think you need to be put into a room. Yeah. Tori's helping. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
He's copying the filing here. You can file with me, buddy? You just did it. There he goes.
Sir Fix-a-Lot says wire the two nacelles together, then run a wire from them to the back.
To the back. But I'm going to have the...
Fish everything down a center pole or something.
I'll have to get them out through here somehow, right? And it's not going to be a big tube with a big hole. I'm not going to be able to get a lot through there, so I'm going to have to try to get everything
You
connected.
can push the hole a little further more to the rear, because the ship's not going to be that heavy.
No, it's not going to be heavy. I can almost mount it pretty much anywhere I wanted to. Like, there's no weight to this.
Yeah,
that's not really an issue. But I'm, the look of it, you kind of want it balanced in the middle. Yeah, I can move it back because I'm not going to want it real close to the right here, anyways. I'll probably want to be something like right about here.
Yeah,
that's. Oh no, I can't because that's right where my little light is that I just put in there. And my glue is solidified.
Sir Fix-a-Lot said I had to rerun the nacelle wires to the on the Galaxy X I'm repairing.
Okay, so you can see in there where the pin is, right? That darker part.
Yep.
And there's like a lighter part. There's like right there. So there's the pin right there. And that's where my light is. My light is attached.
So you could just go a little bit
here
back from that.
So I'd have to go Yeah, back behind the locator pin. I could have taken that out. I should have, but I never thought because I wasn't planning on putting lights in this. But I was like, you know what? Challenge accepted. Hold my beer.
Surfix Lot says, "Oh, I see. I wasn't aware of the stand on it."
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on a little base. So I got these. What I use for little things like that is I get these antennas from radios. Right, I'll take those apart, and you get a bunch of different sizes of hollow metal tubes that you can use. These ones are all too big. I do have a thinner piece somewhere that I threw kind of into the drawer there. Didn't make it into the little container. Or it's possibly in this container of bits and pieces and bits and baubles. See, I've got parts here. I got clear things, but I'm trying to challenge myself to only use bits that are from this model kit. I don't want to add any parts from other models to it, or any like clear plastic pieces that I make myself. I want it to try to be made with just the model.
Ricardo said, "I went with my family to LA for this last holidays, and rented a cabin in the mountains so my nephews could get to see the snow for the first time. But sadly, there wasn't any this year." He said, "So maybe next year we'll take them to Canada."
Well, LA is not known for its snowfalls.
But you get up into the mountains of California, you could see snow.
Yeah, easily. I guess so. Yeah, that's true. There is the mountains. It's one of the few places in the world where you can go surfing and swimming and then go skiing and snowboarding within like a couple hours of each other.
Yeah.
Not too many places you can do that.
You know, in Canada here, they build a hotel out of ice.
Yeah.
In winter.
That's right. And it's different every year.
Yep.
It's carved fresh every year. Okay, so I can't find a little skinny tube because I should probably decide where I'm going to put that and what size of hole I need so I can start running wires through that hole. Because then, here we go. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Little tiny piece. I could put it to the side.
So yeah, you could.
But then it's getting in the way of my windows right there, right? So I think I'm going to go behind that pin. And I'll go on kind of an angle like that so that when it's mounted, it's sort of, has a little bit of dynamic flow to it. So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did last time. Let me see, where's the triangle one? Triangle. Oh, this one will do. Oh no, it's not sharp on the edges. Oh, that's a good one. There's no filing on the sharp edge here. It's only on the face. You can put this up against other stuff like this and file without worrying about filing into the other stuff. That's a good one. I got some new ones for Christmas and I haven't really used them yet. So yeah, I was looking for something like this. This is like the exact same shape, but the file goes to the edge of it. I need the triangle. There's the triangle. I know there's one. Okay. Use this one. Okay, so what I want to do is to ensure that I get the exact size hole that I want. The tube itself is going to be my drill bit. So I'm just cutting some little teeth in the end of it here. Hopefully that's enough. Alright, so a small hole with this so that I have something to start with and grip into. I gotta be careful not to hit my wires as I go in there. There's my pin right there. So let's go right here. Let's make like a little groove. I don't have to go all the way through. It just needs a spot for the end of this to kind of catch. See if I'm even on screen here. So let's try and get this to work.
Well, Jody, you know what they say.
Yeah.
If the women don't find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy.
The women don't find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy. Now I got that little plastic plug in there, but I got I got a hole in the side here, so I should be able to push that out. That's gone. So now I got the perfect shape and angle that I wanted. That fits right in there. Like a glove. And since it's got these holes on the side here where the antenna bit, because it has two little plates in there that locks the next segment of the antenna to the other piece so it doesn't slip out. And that's where they seat. So with those holes being there, that'll hold glue for me to glue that into position so it can't spin or move. All right, so now my next mission, I think I'm gonna need the straight flat ones here. These long flat ones. So now I gotta try to get that to there. Okay, so my first thing to try is to try to get this one Snaked back around. Oh, it came apart. I want the tips at least to stay together. Is that twisty? Okay, so I put this to go there. Now, if I could just get it to go in front of that hole enough for me to see it, I should be able to grab it with these. Can't see where this is going inside there. Where's it going? Okay, it's heading in the right direction, but it's not getting all the way. It's getting stuck. Yeah, this would be a lot easier if I hadn't glued it together first, but hey.
Hindsight is 20/20.
That's right. I do like a challenge. That's why I do these tiny models in the first place, because they're difficult.
Can you fish a wire up through there and then attach those wires together and then pull it back out?
Like a slightly thicker one? Yes, I probably could.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Well, it's an idea. I don't know how good it is.
Well, it's better than what I'm trying right now, because this doesn't seem to be working. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, I'll get a slightly thicker one. Let's see what I have. I've got the wire from the little fairy lights here. I'm going to twist it.
Sir Fix-a-Lot says sounds like a good idea.
Bend it. Press that nice and tight. Bend this over like that.
Oh, I was going to say through the hole in the bottom, if that's where you're trying to fish them through.
Yeah, but I won't. I'm going to pull it to this hole so I can see it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to grab it with these.
Okay.
Try. So I'm going to kind of squeeze that down a bit. So one of them's not even in there.
It's a hush so proud.
There it is. There it was. Okay, so I got hold of the blue one. And it did not stay attached to the red one. Go.
Yay.
Now, okay, so let's try going down through the hole now. Hands adjusted. Yay! Thank you.
You did a thing.
I did a thing. Look at me do the things, man. Hey, man, did you see me do the thing? I did a thing. Okay. Slightly turn it so that I can get it through there. All right, yeah. Much easier, sir. Now, what do I do?
Sir Fixlot says, I would have gone in through the hole into the ship, but I'm not the engineer here.
That's what I did the second time. I went through the hole into the ship. But see, the wire's already coming down this pylon and coming out here, so I need to get this wire out to that hole.
It still looks like an angry shark.
His mouth wide open. Okay, so I need a little hook again.
And he's angry because he lost all his teeth.
Yeah.
So he's just going to gum you to death.
No. Please, not the gummy shark. It's just, it bites you and it's just squishy. Okay, come on. Sure, there's more efficient ways to do this, but I don't know them.
Tape?
Don't know them.
Solder them together? Then pull them out and then desolder them.
That's actually a plan, but I'm not going to do that because I can do it like this. I just got to get this to hook into the wire here. Oh, thought I had you. I wonder if it would be easier to deal with if it wasn't all twisted up like that into a bundle. Then I could do it one at a time because they're not the same length. Some of them are shorter. Let's see if I can get this to turn around.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription
Fever?
is more cowbell.
More cowbell? That's quite the fever. Hey, where's my bell? I have a bell somewhere that I ding for that. There we go.
Not exactly a cowbell, but
it'll do. I'll just go moo. There, now it's cowbell. I go. No. Well, we're almost 1 o'clock. I've been at this for a couple hours. I'll figure out how to get these wires through this hole. And then I'll do the same thing here. And, oh, you know what? Challenge accepted. That looks like a good place for a light, too.
It does.
It's got to be something right there.
Yeah. Like
Nice
a white marker light or something?
Yeah, nice little raised detail. No, right at the back, like it's a window.
Okay.
I'll have to drill in on an angle like that to try to open it up. And I'm pretty confident that I don't need to add any more lights. It'll just pick up whatever's there. I got fiber optic stuff that I can play around with. I got this thicker stuff, and I got the little skinny thin ones. Well, thicker stuff. This is like 0.5 or 0.3 mil or something like that. But the other ones I have are even thinner. They're like fishing line size. So there we go. There's where I got. Here's my other one. It's going to go like that. There. Let's put the top on. So I did open that little back piece. So I want to have this raised up and then slid forward slightly so that it's not sitting right on the, right? It's not going to sit right down on it like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to sit up on it like that. So it'll bring the nose forward just a little bit, and then I got this open space back here that I can turn into the impulse engine.
Yep, that's what I would say.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do there. And that's it. So, everyone that's here, Sir Fix-a-Lot, thanks for watching both streams. Was he here in the first one? I think so. Maybe not.
He was here for Andrews.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was on Andrew's stream. That's right. Sick Jim was here for both streams, and so were you. And I appreciate you jumping on to help me with the comments. Few and far between at this hour, but that's okay. It's Saturday night, and people are out doing fun things.
Well, I had fun doing this.
So did I. I always have fun hanging out with you, Ken, and doing the streaming stuff. It's a blast. You know what's cool about this is, you know, if it wasn't for this YouTube stuff I'm doing, I'd never meet or talk to people from, you know, Alabama, like Sir Fix-a-Lot. And, you know, I've been talking to people from Australia and everywhere, the UK and all over the US. And, you know, we had some viewers from Korea a couple times watching our group streams. So it's pretty cool that I get to meet and talk to people from all over the place around this crazy world we live in. Otherwise, I'd never have the opportunity to make friends from anywhere other than this shitty little town that I live in. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys being here and watching along with me, helping to support me, and you know, just encouraging me to do these weird little models that I make. So hit the subscribe, hit the like, go check out my channel. I got a few videos up there. I'm in the beginnings of the next one right here. So it's going to be a larger version of the inserter out of the Excelsior kit. So I'm making a video series on that. Check it out. Check out my other ones I did, the Miranda Hornet refit and the Excelsior refit. Take a look at those and keep on tracking. Ken?
Have a good night, everyone.
Last word. Have a good night, everyone. All right. You have a good night too, my friend. Thank you very much for popping in. And bye, everybody.
Night.